Now I'm going to be tying just a very basic but very popular fly in the lakes and the lochs of the UK. Now the bob spits is a very sparse, or sparse-ish anyway, impression of a midge, or a midge, adult midge. It's now this fly I know for a fact it's won more competitions than you could probably point a finger at, and some of the top anglers I know that have fished this fly and done extremely well. Now it is a favourite of one of the world champions, the UK, and many years ago. So this is the actual dressing that he actually likes. Now the hook choice, it's up to yourself. This is an all-purpose medium. I'm using a size 10. The midge are big in the UK, and especially in the lochs. So 10s, 12s, 14s are good. But the most popular two sizes are 10s and 12s. So this is a medium wire hook, so it's a good strength in it, and you can bring it up. Now this is a dry as much as it is a kind of wet, so you can fish it both ways. Thread I'm going to be using just a black thread, an 8/0 from Uni. Now I have waxed the thread, so I'm going to start at the eye. So I'm going to come down to this point here and move the waist. So I'm about halfway. Now the rib of the fly I'm going to be using the Pearl, this one, number 16 for Uni. This is basically the small. Catch this the way down. Now I'm going to stop it just slightly by the pointer hook, just slightly by. Keep the bend open so you can hold it, or if you're in catch release. Now you're looking for a nice claret. Now I've got this kind of claret, this claret colour. It's a nice colour. This is one of the favourite colours. It's a seal's fur. You could use an SLF if you want. Use what you have. Just lightly dub it onto your thread. Slide it up. And get it started. Use this as the anchor point. Now you can actually tighten to there for that turn. And then we can start to wind up. Keep it quite loose. I want the pedal rib to sink into the dubbing, so you can don't do it too tight. To this point here we stop. You've got to give yourself a good thorax area to tie in, so you need some more dubbing at the front. And then you want to rib it, and you can see the rib how it sits into the dubbing. Actually, at times it disappears a wee bit. You want at least around about 5 or so turns. Trim that away. Now what I'm going to do here is roll my fingers and draw the fibres back of the long fibres. Just draw them back. Some of them are a wee bit too long, you can take them away. There we are. Now I'm going to give the impression of a wing. Now, I'm using a white Hackle fibre, it's a cock Hackle fibre. Just going to bring it out. This is the original Bob's Bits, just a wee. You could use a slightly different colour, but white was the colour originally used, the ones that I saw anyway. Just bring out enough fibre, don't go, not too much, so the tips have lined up and tear it away. Now you're looking for the wing just to be slightly longer than the body. Tie that on top, a couple of turns. I'm just going to wax my thread and trim away the waste. It's a very simple dress in this fly. So tidy up. Now what I'm going to do here is just rough up the white. Get a wee roughing. Just rough it up. Take away the straightness of the fibre. I just like to do that. It just makes more natural looking. It's a wee bit better. Then we go back to our dubbing. And then I'm going to dub it on loose. So I'm basically my finger at the base here, and I'm pushing the dubbing to my finger down the way to form like a ball. So it's basically a ball of twisted seal's fur and dubbing. And this is going to float the fly, as it's part of the help floating the fly. You can brush this out. Then I'll keep my fingers away from it, and just tightening when I need to tighten. You're forming a profile shape, a silhouette of a thorax and a body of a midge, and this is what you're doing with the Bob's Bits. Now, You can see the shape within that. It's got taper. If you want to bring out some of the, you can do this on the water, or you can do it just now. Just lightly brush it out using some Velcro. You could be a bit more aggressive with it. You can make it a wee bit bushier. It will still, it works much like the Midas. Now the hackle I'm using, this is just a cock hackle. It's a dark red, natural, or dark brown if you want to call it. Now, take one off. We take away the base of that. It's a wee bit light, but it's okay. I quite like that. Trim. So take away the fluff. Trim the stem so you can tie it in. Just stroke this fibre back. Catch it in the underside or so, using the hook to hold it. A wee bit of wax on the thread. Use my hackle pliers so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to fold these fibres. You can see, and then I'm going to wind on the edge, the stem of the feather. Now, I like to slightly overdress a fly at times, so I can underdress it on the water. It gives you the option to do that. Now, so about 3 turns is there. I may go back. I want to tighten up a wee bit more. Just stroke it back, just nice and tight, a wee bit tighter. Just come around. I'm actually using my fingers now just to get the best of this hackle. And then once we're happy, we can catch it in with 2 or 3 turns. Take away your hackle pliers. Fold everything that's going forward, including the hackle. Form a small head. This will tuck it back. You can break that off because it's nice and tight. And I'm always keeping hold of the thread. I don't let it go. Keep the pressure on the thread so it doesn't slacken off. And tighten up. I know it doesn't look like much, but you'd be surprised how many fish have been caught in this fly over the years, and the many competitions has been won on a simple pattern like this. So there you are. That's your Claret Bob's bits. Let's finish off. A touch of varnish on the head, all the way around. I'm using obviously a brush, as you can see. There's a wee fine fibre there. I don't know if you can see it on a couple there. Now, if you find it's like that, just allow the varnish to dry. Clean the eye out, and then you can basically break them off. Well, if you're impatient like me, because I want to finish the fly, you can take your time and trim them away. And there we are. And that's the famous Bob's bits. As I say, it's a ball of fluff. It's got a cut, it's got a shape, it's got a profile. It'll sit. Some people, what you'll do is times will trim away underneath, cut away or like what I like to do is use I use a mousse and silicone just to make it float. I just use it and bring up the fibre, and it'll sit nice on the water, and it gives a great impression. So anyway, that's your Claret bits. So I hope you enjoyed that, and again, thank you for watching.